If I just sit here in silence, is it creepy? So, week 9. I'm still good. Shoes are still on. You'll be really weird when I have to take mine off. You don't want to see my feet. So I have been thinking a little bit this week about being busy, and what that means in kind of the terms of like living life when you're trying to do all this stuff. It feels like I'm busy, but I know how much busier I'm going to get. This time of year is crazy for that, as I think I talked about last week, is how all this stuff is coming at me because it's a very busy time of year. There's all this stuff ramping up. But today I spent like 4 hours at a job fair and talked for 4 hours, basically trying to find people to come work at Red Bike. And that's a great thing to be doing. We saw some awesome folks, some great candidates. Hopefully you find some good people out of this. But that level of busy and that frenetic pace where things are just coming at you all the time kind of feels like how things are right now. And I'm prepping myself to handle what life is like when the spring actually comes. Training's in full swing. John this week is talking about his kind of training plan over the past 12 weeks. I haven't been hitting it nearly as hard as he has or doing nearly that sort of thing, but training's getting harder and harder, and there's a lot more miles, and so that takes up a lot more time. Now I'm looking at a couple days a week with long rides that John and I are going to be doing, prepping for all our long, endurance events that we have to do. And sometimes just to do that, you've got to take 4, 5, 6 hours out of the day to go on long rides. It's just the necessity of building that sort of base. It's not something you can get up in the morning and just nail and get done. And we're taking on all this other stuff, all this prep, all this video, all these things that we're building out for this project to talk about our journey through, now through July and what that looks like. And all of those things are starting to come to fruition. And I realized that there's this time management that I have to get really, really good at in a way that I have not really done the best job at in my life. It's not that I can't do it. It's that it's really hard some days to just remember that I have to keep doing it. Time management is so critical when you're trying to juggle stuff. We just got off the phone with Jen Malik, a person who I have no idea how she's so good at time management. And she's like the Energizer Bunny. She's got constant energy to do things, but she's got to have that skill dialed. And so that's a thing that I'm really working on right now. I'm working on scheduling. I mean, I've got calendars that talk to other calendars that tell me like exactly what time I need to get up and exactly what time I need to go to bed and how I need to block my day out, because if I miss this thing or this thing, I'm starting to fall behind in places. And I know I talked about taking a break for myself to get healthy and make sure everything was good, but now I'm kind of trying to dial in and fine-tune things so that I can make sure I'm hitting the goals that I need to, so that I'm getting to the places I need to be, and most importantly, not letting down the things that I've committed to do, because that's the most important thing. When you make a promise to do something that you need to be doing, you need to commit to, you want to make sure you're following through on that, and those small things you are doing well, because the big goals that you set aren't going to happen if you don't hit those small incremental spots. So I'm thinking a lot about time management, and I need your help with any scenarios that work for you when it's balancing training and work and personal life and volunteer commitments and, I don't know, trying to get out and actually have a beer with your buddies or go for a fun ride when you're trying to do all this stuff. I want your help. So if you've got ideas and things that are working for you for time management and that have been really helpful for you when you're trying to balance all that stuff, leave them below. Send me a direct message or whatever. Drop something on the Gravel lot and let us know what's worked for you, so we can build strategies that work for everybody. Everybody's a little different, and it's always exciting to hear what's working for other people and see if you can adapt it to your life. So give us a subscribe. John still won't put the bell in here if I ding the bell, right? Isn't that what they do, John? If you smack, he'll never put a bell in for me. He's just gonna make me keep punching into air and never make it cool. So whatever. Subscribe. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.